For those watching on the webcast, and particularly for those still undecided about these issues, we ask the proponents to stay, please, on topic and clearly and succinctly explain their respective proposals. The proponents will have 3 minutes to present the proposal. Gloria, would you please introduce the fourth item?
Our fourth business item is a shareowner proposal requesting the board to amend the company bylaws to adopt a proxy access procedure that allows a shareowner or a shareowner group who owns at least 3% of the company's outstanding stock and have held it for at least 3 years to include their own director candidates in the company's proxy statement. The proponent, John Harrington, has delegated to Ray Rogers to present the proposal.
Mr. Rogers, good morning. Welcome. I remind you about the importance of staying on topic during this part of the meeting so that our attendees and those watching on the webcast can clearly understand the substance of this important issue. Would you now please proceed? Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Chairman, may I introduce Mr. Rogers?
Welcome. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Kent. I'll stay on topic. I hope when I stay on topic, if you have any disagreements, let me know. I also am representing Mr. Harrington in introducing this resolution, but I also came prepared to ask a question. I hope you'll offer me the opportunity on the question and answer session to raise a question with you, because that's what I came down from New York to do. Regarding this proposal, conscientious shareholders want to say electing board members who will challenge and adequately address executive and corporate misconduct, cover-ups, lying to the public, all of which result in reputational risks, huge fines, loss of brand value, and market share. For example, Coca-Cola advertises itself as promoting happiness and a culture of workplace safety and public well-being. But history and present-day reality paints a somewhat different picture. In 1989 in Alton, Texas, a Coca-Cola truck hit a school bus. 21 children were killed and 49 injured.
Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers, you have to stay on topic.
Why do people want an opportunity to vote for members of the board? So that these kind of things don't get hidden and covered up.
Please.
It's not all happiness out there.
Please present.
Give Mr. Harrington's proxy, which is Ray Rogers, the opportunity to state why we need this resolution passed, just like they did at Monsanto. And by the way, at Monsanto, this resolution passed by 53%.
Please, you got 3 minutes to explain the proposal. Please.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. It's in the proxy statement. People can read it. Now I'm telling why we need shareholders to pass this. Now please don't interrupt me again. In 2007...
You got 58 seconds left.
You took 2 minutes telling me that I couldn't speak on the topic I need to speak on. I'm going to finish. If you want to throw me out, then fine. Thank you. I'm not even sure where I was right now, but I'll go to 2007 in Tanzania, when a Coca-Cola truck killed 10 children and 9 others seriously injured. And to this day, I can't find out how that turned out. In 2014, in Carlstead, New Jersey, you published a safety culture feedback report. There is a reminder to open happiness at the front door of the Carlstead location. It is an aspiration that does not appear to be actualized. Workers there in Carlstead say there is little happiness. Rather, they report anger and frustration. The majority perceive Carlstead as a broken culture characterized by a lack of caring and unrealistic expectations, deadlines, and goals. The overall safety culture score for Carlstead is a 2.88, placing it as a strong negative culture. Back in 2003, the Atlanta Business Chronicle reported that 96 U.S. Coke bottle facilities in 2002 had accident and illness rates at twice the national average. Now let's take a look at some of the eye-opening reports from the Coca-Cola Company's owned operations taken from Coca-Cola Workplace Safety Reviews. These are the things that directors need to be standing up and questioning the executives. What are you doing about this? And that's why we need this proposal. In 2007, 5 deaths.
I will.
2008,
you have
6 deaths.
over.
2009, 7 deaths.
Mr. Rogers.
2010, 16 deaths. 2011, 15 deaths. 2012, 15 deaths. 2013, 7 deaths. Add to these statistics the many serious injuries to workers and the public. And then consider, Mr. Kent and the board of directors never want to talk about these deaths and serious injuries throughout the entire Coca-Cola system. What about what's happening to the public? Start training your drivers like they do at UPS.
I have given you an extra minute. You have to stop now.
You took 2 minutes of my time.
You have to stop now, otherwise you have to leave the meeting, Mr. Rogers.
Let me just say that I'm a very pleasant person to deal with. I'm very calm. But Mr. Kent, this is why this proposal needs to be passed, because people like yourself and the board that follows in tandem step to you, they never raise these issues, and that's why they continue, and people are losing their life.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's no surprise that you wanted to connect your usual litany of allegations to this proposal, Mr. Rogers. So it was not a surprise. The proxy access, they are all allegations, just like all your previous allegations that were not with any merit. Proxy access, the subject of this share owner proposal, let me be very clear, is vitally important to all our investors. I would like to fully explain this issue for our attendees and also give our board's point of view. The proposal that we are considering right now asks for an amendment to the bylaws to adapt a proxy access procedure to allow a share owner or a group of share owners who own at least 3% of our company's stock and have it held for at least 3 years to include their own director candidates in the company's proxy statement. This is a very important issue to all our share owners. Over the last few months, we have talked to many share owners, and as you can see in our response to the proposal on page 85 of our proxy statement, we understand that most of our investors support the adoption of some form of proxy access. We think that you will find that we are taking a very reasonable approach to this issue. The board has recommended a vote against this proposal, but not because we oppose the idea. We're simply taking time to listen to all our share owners. Ultimately, our goal is to strike the right balance between ensuring this share owner right is actually practically usable by share owners, while at the same time minimizing the potential for abuse or disruption. Our conversations with investors over the last few months have provided a fairly good understanding of their views, and those views will be incorporated into our approach on this matter. I have now explained the substance of this proposal and our board's position, which is the purpose for this part of the meeting. So with that, Gloria, please introduce the next item.
Our fifth business item is a share owner proposal requesting that unvested restricted stock and performance share units